What's up guys, it's Project.
Well, you're actually making a Nioh video again, finally?
Yes.
Freaking smartass.
Now, I haven't been super up to date with everything ever since I made that ethereal rant video. Pretty much dropped Nioh completely even before the video, and because of the hurricane I missed a lot of the news on multiple games, but apparently they've confirmed the date for the final DLC called Bloodshed's End, which will release this month on the 26th, so only a few days away from now. It adds what most people would expect, expanding on the story of finding a way to stop a plot villain from causing chaos in Japan, mainly being Maria as the cause behind the scenes. Last DLC, Defiant Honor, gave us a sneak peek at the final bosses of the final DLC's story after you defeated Yukimura, namely Yorogimi, the delicious queen, and Hideyori, a smooth-skinned, young-looking man. The developers gave out info of adding yet another new difficulty. Don't know what it's called at the moment. Interest in the game has all but died, so getting up-to-date info fast is hard. But the name is irrelevant. Way of the X will presumably just be another harder difficulty with even more ridiculous hard-hitting enemies with inflated HP, and potentially more annoying mods to deal with. I'm sure they're not so idiotic as to add another rarity, but maybe, just maybe, ethereals will drop as common as divines did in Way of the Demon in this new difficulty. That would aid the problem of the massive RNG tied to ethereals. Most likely not enough to get me interested in making builds again, but we'll see. They went on to say the usual, given things like new missions, yokai, and spirits, but perhaps the most interesting thing is a mention of a new mode called the Abyss mode. Supposedly it will have sets of levels until a boss appears, then you go to the next wave after defeating it and repeat, getting harder and harder, but loot is getting better and better. You have debuffs on you when you start, but you can clear side missions sort of to get rid of them. You can also play with 2 other players, so 3-player co-op confirmed for this mode. No idea how it's unlocked. Would suck if you needed to beat the last difficulty to unlock it. Hopefully it's not tied to what difficulty you're currently on, but instead can select a floor or whatever they're called, similar to Diablo 3's Rift system, where you can leave off at the highest floor you've cleared to go further up. But then how is co-op handled in that case if you got people who haven't reached a certain floor? We simply do not know at the moment, but we don't have to wait long to find out. And that's about it for info. Notice they haven't said anything about a new weapon. Yes, they've mentioned nothing about a new weapon type, and the screens we recently got also don't portray a new weapon. If there was a new weapon, surely they advertise it like the last DLCs, so it's looking like we will not see a new weapon type, and that sucks a lot, honestly. Part of the fun of playing the DLCs for the first time, at least for me, was using the new weapon to tackle them. Considering it's the last DLC, it's a bummer if we don't get a new weapon. But to uplift the mood, let's go over some screens they released from some magazines showing off the new stuff. Some of the screens' quality is rough and ugly, but that's because they're weird and don't put out actual high quality screens to represent their game on their main game site like 99% of other developers with brains do. But the scans are all moonspeak to me. I'm sure anyone who could read Japanese can shed some light. Let me know in the comments if there's anything important. First off, let's go into spirits. From the screens we get 2 spirits, some new Kitsune or 9-tailed fox spirit, an earth type most likely given its purple tint, and the next spirit is, as many predicted, Mothfu is finally going to be capturable with our Pokeballs. I swear this thing's like a legendary dogs in Crystal. No more teasing us and running away, you will finally be ours, and you better be worth it. It will be a wind type, so electric attacks are super effective. Going back to the scans, they mostly showcase the locales and enemies. Here we see Hideyori, one of the main bosses of the new story slice. He's wielding a sweet looking set with a peacock-like helmet. He's a dual sword user too, with custom dual swords. The hilts kind of remind me of rapier hilts. Sweet looking set. They don't actually show anything of Yorogimi, so perhaps we don't fight her, but I'm not ruling that out. Maria's back, hopefully we can bully her. Sonata may return as someone with his set is seen riding here. It could be someone else, perhaps even William as a disguise or something. But apart from that, nothing too crazy on locales, considering we're near the location of the castle Yorogimi was in from the last main mission of the second DLC. We can't expect too much of a different scenery, although this pic shows a Demon King revealed like location, undoubtedly the final mission with Amrita crystals warping the area. Apart from Hideyori's dual swords, we see a new weird Kusa weapon with white spike-like maces as the blade and sickle, and we also see a new spear and bow. And lastly, moving on to new enemies, we do get some actual cool ones this time, unlike last DLC. First off is this big yokai with 3 arms, really cool and menacing looking, and the second one is another big one, Big Bird from Sesame Street. Again, cool looking, and seen here you can see it spews out poison of sorts. It may be a boss given its size, we don't know yet, but it's nice to get some fatties to fight. And finally, moving on to this section here, which presumably is talking about the Abyss mode. Seen here is Nioh and Ogress, seemingly buffed. I've kind of wished we got more obscure yokai bosses like the cat boss or the centipede, instead of Ogress and Nioh yet again. But that about wraps everything up from the scans and screens. Oh, and I can't forget that freaking Ryu Hayabusa is making a cameo. What? That's pretty cool. I've only ever played Black or maybe Ninja Gaiden 2 back on Xbox. Never beat the game and don't remember squat, but he's a cool character and I'm sure fans would like to see him again. Presumably he's a side quest boss. Would be sort of lame if it was just a skin. It is the last DLC, you might as well do something fun. But yeah, that's all the info I could scrounge up. Will I be getting the last DLC? Yes. If almost entirely for the story and to try out the new mode. I honestly don't care about new difficulties or endgame anymore. Will I be making build videos like usual? We'll see. We'll see. They didn't add any patches since 1.16, some 2 months ago. Tonfas are still weaker than everything else. Ethereals are still a pain to get. If it's like usual, they have a patch within a day before the release of the DLC. We'll see what they do with that. A level cap increase back to 750 seems likely, so for anyone who still played can now put those Syllabar ingots to good use. But now's the time to go all out and make the game fun and answer the problems many have voiced. We'll see if they can save the game from its wilting audience, though it might be too late. But again, Bloodshed End comes out in a few days on the 26th. They'll be doing a short live stream with the DLC, so like usual, we'll most likely get a trailer afterwards. That stream is going to be live in a day or two, depending on when I get this video out, but I'll leave a link in the description to the stream as per usual, so you won't miss it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative. Is anyone excited for the final DLC of Nioh? It's pretty lukewarm for me. I'll get it to get it, but I'm not super hyped anymore. But maybe some of you are. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'd like to take this moment to thank everyone for the 2 million views for my channel. Also getting close to 9K subs now. I know the channel's content has been so-so these last couple of months, but I appreciate everyone for sticking with me. Thank you guys so much. And with that, I bid thee farewell. Catch you guys in the DLC live stream, and I'll be uploading Bloodborne Let's Play episodes until the DLC is released, so hope you enjoy those too. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more gaming epicness.